it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass of your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align with move.
Coach, we are just about set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. A few moments ago, they raised the 12th man banner, and this place, as usual, rocking and rolling. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks. Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Touch 315.
Check 45 somebody. Okay, double up. Check. Watch the ass.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
You can't block me. 36. He's coming. Easy.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up second and 11.
Check.
On second and 11 now. Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Don't get nervous.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, 77 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike. Check. Check. Check.
From the 39, Wilson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Wilson to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Well, that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's go. Go. Tight end right.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 25 on 2nd down, Trubisky, open man, Taylor Gabriel. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Hey, switch gears. Check 9.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Trubisky able to complete this one to Montgomery. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got?
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. He's at the 30, 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Derrick Henry, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
On third and goal, Wilson. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns third and goal into a touchdown.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now Trubisky to throw. Caught by Montgomery. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. On second down, Montgomery. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Here's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Stop your whining.
From the 40 now on second down. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is in for DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back. Here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Trubisky looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's got his tight end, Burton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. Trubisky now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, and he finds Montgomery complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 28. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Throwing here, Trubisky. It's complete. It's Miller. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Pretty quiet, team. Pretty quiet. 54, come on. 54. Alert.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as his guys are able to regain the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
And the Bears first down. 56. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Now Montgomery. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point good by Prater, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and that's caught inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A first down carry for Henry. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now Trubisky. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Trubisky will throw. That's caught by Montgomery. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Get up! 180! 57. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Alert! Alert! Mike, 57. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. Back now in Seattle, Washington, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Watch the twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. 6.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Wilson going to throw again. It's complete to Lockett. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. They shakes him off. Flushed out right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They run. Montgomery. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Montgomery back to the ground. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And it's caught off the deflection. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a 1st down. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play. Now Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Now it's Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their time.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence to give up.